coach, it was an interesting game at Frank Phillips. This game you won, you got out alive. It wasn't pretty, but you got it done, and I guess a W is a W at this point.
It's no question. It's a lot better than that debacle we went through. We were up there last year when we, stayed 2 nights in Borger and to try to play an afternoon game in front of nobody, absolutely nobody, and then threw in a shot on a free play at the end to win by 1. So, I mean, the game was it was kind of back and forth there for a while, and we kind of got a lead and we held on for a while, and then let them come back. It seems like the Texan thing to do this year, and then had to win the game again and then hold on again. So I don't know. We've got it's a reason for concern. I don't know if anybody, if a team ever learns a lesson until they actually, that fire's hot and you keep sticking your hand in there, you get near it, it's gonna burn you at some point. And that's the coach's concern is we're concerned that we just we lose our focus or do whatever we don't consistently play the way that we got the lead, and which is hard to do today, but still nonetheless, a team that's going to win a championship is going to figure that out, or they're going to get burned.
I look at that game and second guessing your game plan a little bit or thinking through it. It literally looked like this was a game that I thought you'd really own them down in the paint, especially early on. Ryan Martin looked to me like he went to work and did the yeoman's chores down there in the paint early on. It really paid off for you, I thought, early in that basketball game.
Well, I looked up with I think it was like 7 or 8 minutes to go in the first half, and the score is like 35-30 or 30-28, or I don't remember exactly what it was. But I told him, at that point, I said that our problem is not on the offensive end. I mean, we're on a 45, point half plan here. We're on our way to scoring 45, which is 90, and that should be enough points to win. I said our problem's at the other end of the floor. We're just matching them basket for basket, or vice versa. We've got to do something to slow somebody down. Before they just run it right through us, so offense doesn't. To me, does not. And we're not shooting a greater percentage, but offense does not appear to me to be the issue, other than we shoot too fast and we give the other team too many possessions. If we could go down there and make 4 or 5 passes and get a higher percentage shot, we'd distribute the ball a little more evenly and what have you, and we would also find, as you said, maybe a little bit more inside, what have you. But we don't have the wherewithal at this point to grasp that, and I mean it is a cause of concern, because just like I say, I think Midland, they're going to come down and try to take the air out of the ball against us, and then go to Odessa. I just don't think you want to take that kind of show on the road, and expect it to come out well. I watch all these college basketball teams play and what have you, and with the lone of exception of maybe a couple of them, when you go on the road to play, they usually play a little differently than they do at home. And if it doesn't register with us, I mean, we're going to be in for God, what happened to us? And that's what I'm concerned about. So, you're not the only one here that's second guessing, what we're doing. I mean, I'm second guessing it myself, and third and fourth guessing too.
I think it kind of falls into the term I used last game out. It's a team that's really streaky, and it seems like when you hit a groove and you're doing things well, everything falls into place and everything falls in well, and you pull these leads up 16 points, and then all of a sudden a couple of rush shots, and then it streaks the other direction on you. And as you said, it comes down to you hang around that mentality too long, and somebody's going to jump up and bite you. Well,
I mean, the reality of it is you're not going to score every possession. Okay, you can run your offense. I mean, just exactly like you want. Let's say we want to get the ball from 3 sides. We want to touch 3 sides, and that's kind of what we try to do. We come down, we try to go this side, this side, this side. And then you should have something that that you're satisfied with and whatever. But you may miss the shot. At the end of the deal. The only thing that gives you usually is floor balance. I mean, so. We have an opportunity to get guys back defensively, and they don't throw the ball, up the floor, and now we're scrambling. But even if you do things perfectly, you still come back and they hit a three, and then you go down again and you do it perfectly again if you don't score, and they come down and maybe you foul or what have you. So your 13-point lead could be 8, just like that. I mean, it's managing a game today is the hardest thing that I think I've ever tried to do in coaching, because that 3-point line it seems like it's exactly where it should be for the opponent. And if you get out and try to contest the 3, then they drive past you and they space the floor out on you. I mean, it's a fun game to play, and it's really fun to try to manage it. But it's, in my opinion, it's dang near impossible anymore. You know, you take this away, you're going to give this up. It used to be you could take offense away from somebody. I just don't think you can anymore. And so I think the day of going down and milking the clock for shot selection and those kind of things, and this is just, you know, I mean, some guy out in West Texas, his opinion, you know, I think those days are over. And I think the really, really good teams they're taking certain things away, but not everything. And they're outscoring people at the other end. Now, hey, only time will tell. Our championship team, we went out every game to beat people. We didn't go out to keep from getting beat. The other championship team I had, same thing. So I'm a believer that if you're going to win, they're not going. You know, I don't want them to lose. I want us to win. And I think if you establish that, you've got a chance. Now, along the way, there's some scary moments. You know, even in the Mexico military, I mean, we had a couple of what I would call really questionable shots that, you know, when the game got to 4 and 5 and what have you, and it's like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to sit there and hold your breath, but if the shot goes in, you win. You know, if it goes in, now you got to rely on your defense, you know, to at least stop them again. So it's also the way that we won at New Mexico. You know, I mean, we came back. We never quit attacking, and they, on the other hand, got a little, you know. I mean, I think they tried to hold on and not lose, and that's just. I mean, that's just me looking at it from the outside. You know, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But hey, man, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. Next team we get to go out and beat is Midland coming in here on Thursday night. Let's talk a little bit about the Chaps not having the year that we're used to seeing out of Midland, but this is a team that is laying out there in the weeds, and they're a team that's going to take advantage of you if you let them.
Yeah, they. I mean, they're not. You know, they're not at this point in the championship picture, I don't think, but they are in the playoff hunt. And you know, there's usually only a game that separates number 4 from number 2 or 1 anyway. So, you know, a win for them, you know, at our place tonight, I mean, all of a sudden, you know, I mean, the sun is brighter and everything looks up for them, you know, tomorrow as it, you know, sets on us and, you know, burns us to the whatever. But, you know, I watched their Odessa game. They played a really good first half, and they it got out of hand early, and then they fought back again. You know, but I mean, they had the one run. I think Odessa had the one run against them in the early in the second half, and it was the difference in the game. Midland is going to play like I just got finished saying. I don't think you can win a championship playing. And I mean that from a standpoint of they are going to try to take some time off the clock. They set in a zone against Odessa. I mean, almost 40 minutes. You know, even when they were behind. You know, which to me is I mean, I'm scared to do that. We get behind. I mean, I got to go make something happen. You know. Sometimes it gets worse, you know, but nonetheless, I mean, I'm not going to sit over there and just, you know, hold on. But they have done it, and they've done it effectively. You know, I mean, they're going to make you continue to hit shots and run your offense and try to probably knock you off the 3-point line and make you score 2s and things of that sort. And so we got to be ready for something like that. I mean, we got to. It's time now for. The schedule is very, very unfriendly to us now. And we've had a tough game on the road with a contender. We've had a tough game at home with a contender. 2 contenders. And so now we're getting ready to flip it. And we got 3 in a row against, well, really 4 in a row against teams that know what postseason's all about. So, hey, we're going to find out a whole lot about ourselves this week. I'm hoping that we find out some good things. I'm fearing the other, and that's kind of been our motivation for the week.
All right, Coach. Same as that time for this one. Final thoughts for us today before we get ready to bag it up and get ready to take on Midland in here on a Thursday night. I've kind of just gone on and on about the same thing, sitting here. What have you? We got to make some baskets. We're going to have to shoot against the zone. We're going to have to make some baskets, and then we've got to put enough pressure on them that we don't let them come into our place and basically control the clock.